Hi guys, welcome back to the Sicilian Revival. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have an away game against Barry. It is also transfer deadline day, so a bit of a switch around to what we normally do. We will have a transfer roundup after we've played the match. So far, it's been a lot happening going out of the club, not too much happening coming into the club. Unfortunately, we have had a big restriction on our finances. Our owner has retired. We've had a board takeover and they haven't added any investment whatsoever. So it continues to be a struggle from a financial perspective. We are improving our youth facilities, so that is something that is definitely a positive. But going into today's game, hopefully we can continue from our very good start. We won 1-0 in a home game against Pisa in the Italian Cup first round. We took the lead relatively early in the opening 20 minutes, and from that, we rotated a little bit as well. And at halftime, we made all 5 changes, and we held out pretty comfortably for the result there. We then beat Cagliari 5-1 at home. We went 1-0 down, in fact, but then a hat trick from Andrea Morone, 2 goals in the space of a minute for him. He then scored his hat trick goal in the second half with Higo and Valenzuela completing that route. And then a 2-0 win away against promoted Bologna. Marone again on the score sheet and Musto just tying up the victory nicely there. So going into this game against Barry, not massively sure which way it's going to go, but we will see how we get on, to be quite honest. And obviously, you may see one or two new faces in the squad today, but again, we'll see exactly how things will go. There's one or two changes to the starting lineup today. Midfield is pretty much set at the moment. Marone's actually going to move to that left-hand side, which seems like a bit of a strange decision, to be honest, because he's been playing superbly up front. We'll keep Rivera on that left-hand side for now. He's had a very good start to the season himself, to be fair. And we'll see how things go. There's no reason why we can't win this game. Um, excuse me, sorry. Going into it on the back of those two fantastic victories, hopefully we can get a third victory on the bounce. We certainly seem to have settled into our rhythm, and of course, because we've not done too much in the way of bringing players in, the core of the squad is exactly the same, and therefore, obviously, everyone knows how each other plays. So we've settled into a rhythm very quickly at the start of the season. A good save there, potentially from Nunziante. In fact, it came off the crossbar. But Nunziante is settling in as our number one. Brazil, we're still trying to sell. No one is coming in for him. There's rumours that Newcastle United are interested, but they don't want to pay the wages that he's on. And he's on 22.5 grand a week. And I had a look at their squad, and they've got multiple players on over 200 grand a week. So, a bit of a strange one, that, but who am I to argue? Rivera here down this left hand side. It was a good ball into the penalty area. He's been forced wide, but it's a good delivery in. And unfortunately for Barry, Altair has gone into the back of Morone and brought him down. And potentially we could have a penalty here just before the half an hour mark. And we do. And it's a big chance here to take the lead. I'm not too sure who our penalty taker is actually at the moment. It's our centre back, Matthias Ross, and he knocks it in for his first goal of the season. The team captain leading from the front. 27 minutes gone. We lead by a goal to nil. Gasparini sent the wrong way. It was a very good penalty, to be fair. It was right into the corner. Certainly can't complain at that one at all. And deservedly, we are ahead. For once, we're not actually doing particularly well in the way of possession today, but 7 attempts at goal, 3 on target from ourselves. Barry with just the 1 attempt at goal so far. It's been a very poor performance from them and a very good performance from us. So hopefully that will continue in this second half. It's been an interesting game. We've deserved to be in front, but at the same time, there's not been too many highlights. There's not been an awful lot going on. Um, so I suppose we'll just have to see how things go in this last half an hour or so. Again, very, very quiet game. I don't mind. As long as we come out with the 3 points, I do not mind at all. It's been a very good start to the season from our point of view. Hopefully it will continue in the next few matches. And just starting to struggle with one or two players for fitness at the moment. But we go into these last 10 minutes and we're very comfortably controlling this match at the moment. And I'm not going to make any changes, I don't think. We'll just stick with things as they are. And One or two poor performances out there, but nothing to worry about for the most part. But we come away with a 1-0 win thanks to that penalty. A very boring game, it has to be said, but 3 games played in the league and 3 victories, which sees us go into that top 4 or 5 teams in the league. It actually shoots us up to second place. We're a point behind AC Milan, who have played an extra game. So very positive from our point of view. And we're certainly showing that we're a bit of a force to be reckoned with against these other teams that are destined for around that mid-table / bottom half. If we can pick up a couple of, if we can continue doing what we're doing and pick up results against teams like Napoli, Roma, Lazio that we did last season, I think we'll do quite well. Of course, the second half of our season last season was where we really found our rhythm. We got into this formation. We really started to play well, and we were left wanting a little bit more, to be fair. If we'd have figured it out toward the start of the season, who knows? We may have even qualified for Europe. And I think the target is still to avoid relegation. There's no doubt about it. We've got a good side, yes, but we know that we have capabilities. So, we've got certain restrictions and everything like that. So I'm not going to beat around the bush and say, yes, we're aiming for Europe, because there's no way we can aim for that. We have to just aim to avoid relegation. That is the primary target. And if we can continue pushing on from that, then fantastic. If we can aim for mid-table again, get that security, get that regularity in the squad, I think that'll be great. In relation to player wage expenditure, we actually have the joint lowest in the league along with Barry. And it just shows how well we're competing, if truth be told, because we are really pushing some of these teams. I mean, we beat Napoli twice last season, and they've got a wage bill at 7 or 8 times what we have. So we're doing well. There's no doubt about it. We are definitely showing good performances. And in relation to the squad, it's actually a little bit smaller than what it was previously, if truth be told. And we did struggle at times for a little bit of strength in depth, but I think we've done all right this season. We'll go straight into the transfer roundup now. The transfer deadline has officially passed. And as you can see, not a lot of money has been changing hands, if truth be told. There's been a number of players that have left on free transfers and loans, so on and so forth. Christophe Barral, the young Frenchman, went to Metz on a free transfer, and again, he just didn't really make it at the club. Matteo Bassi was another one. He was in the youth academy again, didn't really make it. Likewise, Paravicini. Akanji wanted to leave. He went to LASK for only £400,000. He is worth probably more than that, but he just wanted to leave, and he wasn't playing regularly, so we've decided to let him go. Valley Rahman was a bit more of a tougher decision, but he's gone to our rivals Palermo for £2 million. And he was a good player, but again, he just really lacked it. He lacked his consistency, unfortunately, which is why we've let him go. Maurizio Guerra, youth player, has gone out on loan for the season. Peter Capecci has gone to Pisa for £135,000. And again, it was another one of those awkward situations. He wasn't playing regularly. I quite liked having him around. He did score a couple of important goals for us, but he never really pushed on with that early potential. Primo Conte, youth player, he's gone out on loan. Likewise, Gabriel Pudu. Carlino, Sibliano, and Di Francesco have gone out on loan for the season once again as well. Arthur Giroux went to Cremonese for 150,000, and again, he's worth a lot more than that. But he just wanted to leave, and we couldn't get anywhere near that valuation for him. So we ended up letting him go. And lastly, it was a bit of a surprising one. Isaac Hines been here for 6 months, not really broken into the side as we'd have wanted him to. He went to Al Tawoon in Saudi Arabia for 650,000. We made £125,000 profit on him. Certainly can't complain there for a player who only made 7 or 8 appearances after signing. And in relation to signings, we only made 2. With Valenzuela coming back from his loan spell, obviously we have plenty of cover now at left wing with Rivera and Valenzuela. Thiago Schmidt, unfortunately, did go back to Chelsea following a very successful loan spell here for 2 years. We wanted to sign him permanently, but there's no way we could afford it. So he has returned to Chelsea. And in relation to other signings, we did have our eyes on one or two players. But the one position we really needed to strengthen was central midfield, if truth be told. Sacco is starting to drop back a little bit in terms of the necessary quality, especially for Serie A. So we needed that extra strength in depth, and that is where we focused it. And Jonathan Roberts came in from Everton on a free transfer. 20-year-old Welsh international, 12 caps already, 11 under 21 caps to add to it as well. Free transfer, very good valuation, really good physical type player. He's only 5'5", but he's quite a strong lad. He kind of reminds me, in terms of quality, of N'Golo Kante. He's certainly got scope to be able to improve his technical ability. Mental attributes are reasonably strong, and as a free transfer, it's a bit of a shot to nothing, and he's played in all the matches so far, and he's looked good doing it. And the other one we've signed, particularly excited about, but he doesn't really fit into the system we play at the moment. We will try and work him into that normal central midfield and train him there. A Romanian international, he's only just made his first cap. Moise Vlad Paul. Now, I had my eye on him all of last season as well. £2.5 million we've spent on him. He's worth quadruple that. Decent physical attributes, very good mental attributes. He's a very exciting type player, good off the ball work rate as well. And technical ability is very good as well. First touch excellent, decent finisher, really composed on the ball. And he's good at running at people, good passer, really good technique. I think we've done extremely well to bring him in. He is more of an attacking midfielder. He can also play up front. But I want to play him in that central midfield role. He prefers to be an attacking central midfielder. We play with the support mentality, so he just needs to just steady into his game a little bit. He is more of an attacking midfielder, but if we can train him in that role and get him to play there a little bit more regularly, I really think we'll have a player on our hands with him. We've certainly strengthened in central midfield, and that's the only two signings we've managed to make. We did have our eyes on a few players, like I say, but it was all down to cost, unfortunately. And overall, I think we've done very, very well. Thomas Burdick didn't leave the club either. He was a player that we were trying to sell. Coliseo, we offered out once or twice again. Nobody really bit for him. And likewise, Malaka, he has managed to stay at the club as well. And it's probably useful to have him around because he can play on that right-hand side as well as Mamadou Bar and Marone on that left-hand side, as well as the three of them being able to play up front. So I think we've got enough depth in terms of our quality in the squad. Brazil remains at the club despite wanting to leave. And I think we can be happy with the summer. And going forward, I think we can be very happy with how things are looking. And in relation to going into the next episode, we're probably going to be looking. We'll get the next 3 or 4 games sorted and out of the way. Probably going to be looking at AC Milan and Sampdoria maybe at the end of October. And we'll come back for the Italian Cup second round, I think, after that as well. So just try and get a little bit of regularity. I'm not too sure how things are going to end up here. We've been here for, what, seven seasons now. I think this will be the end of our 8th campaign. We've done very, very well here, but it's going to be a case now of how far can we go. We haven't got any financial backing whatsoever. And do we consider the save a success if we manage to keep ourselves in that mid-table security? Obviously, if we manage to push on a bit or whatever and qualify for even a Europa League campaign, we will continue for another year. But I am starting to think that the capabilities of this football club are starting to become apparent and we might not be able to push them any further. But we'll see how things go anyway. We'll get this season done first and foremost and see how far we can get. AC Milan and Sampdoria will come up tomorrow and hopefully we can continue our very good start. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.